Just days away from the trade deadline, the Colorado Avalanche make a big splash with two massive trades, and I'll break them both down for you coming up on this episode of Hat Trick HQ. But before we get into it, just want to say if you're one of the thousands of people watching this that aren't subscribed, make sure to go down below, subscribe to the channel. We're on the road for 3,000 subscribers, and we're pretty close. I think we're like 30 subs away right now, so help us get to our goal by going down and hitting that subscribe button. But with that said, let's go right into the first topic of the video today, which is the Avs make massive trades. And the first one that was announced today was that Sean Walker was coming to the Colorado Avalanche and a fifth-round pick from the Philadelphia Flyers for Ryan Johansson and a 2025 first-round pick with the condition of its top 10 protected. And, I mean, this is a big trade in itself for the Colorado Avalanche, kind of bolstering their decor going into this deep playoff run that they're looking to be cup contenders, looking to win the Stanley Cup again. And I think, with bringing a big right-handed shot defenseman in here is really going to bolster their lineup, really help them try to get over that hump here. And the first thing that I just want to break down, a lot of people have been online saying, is Sean Walker worth a first-round pick? In my opinion, I think he is. I think he's a great defenseman, a great guy who's just going to shut it down in his own zone. And I know a lot of people are worrying about maybe he'll be a rental, maybe he'll test the free agency come this offseason, but I think where Colorado gives up the first here, I think they would have, strong consideration that they will be able to extend this guy come this offseason. So I think that is great news for the Colorado Avalanche. But in case you don't know anything about Sean Walker, these are his stats so far this season with the Philadelphia Flyers. In 63 games, has 22 points and 98 blocks, 86 hits. I mean, this guy's just a physical presence out there, a great two-way defenseman. He moves well, and he can move the puck up the ice as well. Has been playing on the second power play unit for the Philadelphia Flyers, but maybe here in this instance, I think he will probably just remain in the pairings. I don't think you kind of mess up the power play. They may test him here on the second power play unit, but I really do think that Sam Girard has done a great job here in Colorado. With just being great on the second power play unit. He knows how to extend the play, knows how to quarterback a power play back there on that second unit. So I think Sean Walker is bringing in here just to be a physical presence, a guy who's going to block a lot of shots, lay the body, and really protect his players during a playoff series. He's a guy who's going to get under the opponent's skin a lot by just laying out, blocking the shots, by laying the body as well. But as we see here with 22 points, he does get involved in the offense here. He's great at giving outlet passes from the defensive zone. He can move the puck up the ice very well. He is a strong skater as well, but the big thing here with him is he's just a defensive menace. He's a beast. He's going to be on the back end shutting down other top offenses, and I think this is a great trade for the Colorado Avalanche. This guy was rumored to a lot of teams. There was like 10 or more teams interested in this guy, and Colorado landed him. I think the first-round pick really pushed them over the hump here, and for Philly, in the other direction, I think a first-round pick is good here. They may be able to ship this at the deadline for another player, or maybe they'll keep it to the offseason and try to retool them. But for Colorado's sake, I think this is great. And if we take a look at their defensive pairings right now, in my opinion, I think we may see him shift in here with Sam Girard here on the second pairing. I really do like this pairing. I think Sam Girard is a really underrated defenseman in the NHL, in my opinion. He's a great skater. He's a great passer. He's not afraid to shoot it from the point as well. So pairing him up with a big physical presence here in Sean Walker is really going to make this pairing great. I think he's going to complement Girard's game a lot, and I think right now that Colorado may have one of the best decors in the NHL. I think they're got really solid defensively, and this addition in Sean Walker is just really going to help their cause for a Stanley Cup contention race here come playoff time. And I know it does come at the price of a first-round pick, but in my opinion, I think it's worth it. I think this guy is a phenomenal defenseman, and paired with Sam Girard, this pairing is going to be insane. But we're going to get to the second trade here, which was the Avs bring in Mittlestadt for Byram. And as we take a look at this trade, this is a 1-for-1 Casey Mittlestadt for Bowen Byram. So you get Bowen Byram going to Buffalo here in Colorado, bringing in Mittlestadt. The first part of this we're going to break down is the Mittelstadt side. And as we take a look at Casey Mittelstadt here, I mean, this guy has been a great centerman in the NHL during his time there in Buffalo. This season, in 62 games, has 47 points, 14 goals, 33 assists, and has been fairly solid here on the faceoff dot for this team as well, with a 47.1% faceoff percentage. And I mean, this guy's just a great player. He's a danger once he gets in the zone. He's great at making plays from the perimeter. He is just great at that. He's great at the penalty kill as well. He's a good penalty killer. A great, 200-foot player in my eyes. I think he's great defensively, and I think that this guy is going to be phenomenal here with the Colorado Avalanche. Obviously going to bring an offensive spark with him. He's a great playmaker, and I'm really big on this trade for Casey Mittelstadt here. I think this is a phenomenal trade. Yes, you are giving up a little bit of a younger guy here in Bowen Byram to bring this guy in, but when you think about it, Casey Mittelstadt is 24 years of age. He still has lots of time to grow in this league, and when he's playing on, with these high caliber guys and Nathan McKinnon and stuff like this, it's really going to help him develop his game even better. And after this season, I believe he is an RFA, so the Colorado Avalanche can lock this guy up long term during this off season and just really solidify that second line center. And talking about that, we're going to look at where I could see him fit in here. I really do see him fitting in on this second line here with Jonathan Drouin and Zach Parise, and I really do like that line. I think you have, Jonathan Drouin, who's a good shooter, Zach Parise, who's a good shooter, and Jonathan Drouin's a great playmaker as well. But if you put Casey Mittelstadt in the center of these guys, I think this is going to be a phenomenal line here. I mean, this is a guy who is going to be great by, making plays happen at the top of the zone. He's a great passer. He also can shoot the puck as well. And I'm really a big fan of this trade, like I've said in this video. I think Casey Mittelstadt is a really great centerman in this league, and playing with the guys with the likes of Parise and Drouin are really going to help here. I think this kind of trade here is kind of the replacement for Nazem Kadri. This is the guy who, he was played phenomenal here in Colorado during his time there. So I think Mittelstadt is kind of the same type of player as Nazem Kadri here, and I think he's really going to fit well into this Avalanche system. But another big thing that we could see out of Casey Mittelstadt here is the power play. He could kind of reshape this power play unit here in Colorado by, maybe centering that first line power play unit. We could see that happen. Obviously, they got Jonathan Drouin centering that right now, but they could test this out, and I think this would be a phenomenal power play. I think, obviously, one of the best power plays in the league with Rantanen, Lehkonen, McKinnon, Cale Makar, and maybe Mittelstadt centering that, or he could just boost this second power play unit, like I said, with Sam Girard on the back end there, kind of quarterback in this power play. He could come in for Ross Colton there, center this second line power play. But I do think he gets a shot at the top power play unit here. I mean, this is a guy who's just great. He's got a good stick. He's element of his game is offense. He's going to bring such an offensive surge to this team. But on the other side, he is a great, defensive player as well. I mean, he's a solid defensive player. I wouldn't say that is his game. He's more offensively gifted, but he is fine. He's going to play great in his own end and back check very well. But like I said, the element of this guy's game is offense. He's a great playmaker. He also has a great shot on him. And I think playing with players like Drouin is really going to boost this guy's game. And when you think about it, I mean, at 24 years of age, this guy's ceiling is still very high. Now playing with such a stacked roster, this is really going to, boost this guy's potential to the next level and really become a great player here in Colorado. But the second part of this trade was Bowen Byram. And Bowen Byram, 22 years of age, has been struggling a little bit with injuries during his career, unfortunately, but a solid defender nonetheless. In this season with the Colorado Avalanche, he has 55 games played, 20 points, 12 assists, 8 goals. 8 goals for a defenseman is great in just 55 games. And He's also great on the defensive end here. 75 blocks, 60 hits. I really like this trade for the Buffalo Sabres. And if you're not familiar with Byram's game and you're watching this and you're a Buffalo fan, this is a little breakdown I found on him. He's a second pairing D in Colorado. Average ice time consistently hovering around 20 minutes per game. Used in all situations. Secondary power play, secondary PK. He's a two-way transitional defender. Has legs to escape his zone. Lead the rush on his own. Can also join in as an extra layer, providing secondary layer of offense, willing to close on opponents to bump them off the play. Another one of the Avs defenders who will get into the lane to block shots. Young, still developing, potential top pairing in time. And I mean, if we take a look at the Buffalo Sabres defense right now, I mean, you add Byram in here on the left side with Rasmus Dahlin, Owen Power. I mean, this is just phenomenal. I think the future of this team is really going to be very solid on the defensive end. I think you have young guys there. Dahlin's still pretty young. Owen Power, I mean, this is his second, maybe third year in the league. And then you have Byram here at 22 years of age, who's really going to come in and help this team. And I mean, this trade for Buffalo, I think, is a great trade. I think it's a win-win for both sides in this situation. Colorado gets their much-needed second center here behind McKinnon, and the Buffalo Sabres get a great prospect here in Byram. Hopefully he'll be able to find his game here in Buffalo, try to stay away from the injuries, because, I mean, that's the worst thing about playing in the NHL is the injuries. Sometimes they can riddle your career. Sometimes, they can cut your career short, but I hope that Byram can bounce back here in Buffalo and become the defender that we all know he's going to be, and I think this is a great trade for both sides. And for the Colorado Avalanche, with both of these trades, I really do think that this puts them into cup contention here. They bolster their defense. I mean, their already great defense just got even better by adding Sean Walker, and their offense just got great with adding the addition of Casey Mittlestadt. The offense is going to be sparked all throughout the lineup here, and I think this is a great trade for the Colorado Avalanche, and it really puts them in a great position here come playoff time to make a push at the Stanley Cup. I want to hear from you guys, though, down in the comments section. What do you guys think about both these trades? Do you like them? Do you think, a first round's a little bit of an overpay? Let me know down below in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you guys and get your thoughts on this, because I'm a really big fan of what the Colorado Avalanche done here today, the additions that they have done. I really think that this is what they needed. This is what the team needed, adding a right shot defense here to kind of bolster this D-core, and an offensively gifted center in Casey Mittlestadt at only 24 years of age, which is crazy. To believe he's going to be an RFA after this year, so he has many years left here in Colorado. But like I said, let me know down below in the comments section. We're going to get into everybody's favorite topic here, which is comment of the day. And the comment of the day today goes to Sean. He says, great job as always, Casey. Very reliable information. We shall see what the future brings. As always, go Leafs go, from way up north, Timmins, Ontario, Canada. Shout out to you, Sean. We love seeing your comments in the comment section all the time. We see you down there showing your support, showing your love for our channel. We really appreciate it. And I want to hear from you guys. Like I said, let me know what's your thoughts on this trade, and let me know where you're watching in from. It's really fun to see where all you guys are tuning in from. Would love to hear from all you guys. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure down below, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, we're about 40 or 30 subscribers away from hitting our goal of 3,000 subscribers. And if you're not subscribed already, make sure down below and hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed the NHL, make sure to check out this video that's popping up on your screen right now. But as always, I've been your host, KC. Keep your stick on the ice.